Let's call this meeting to order. Trustee Perry, would you give the invocation, please?
Lord, I thank you for the opportunity to be here today to do the work of Trinity Valley. And I ask that you give us wisdom and the ability to make correct decisions on the business of this community college. I thank you so much for those who invested their time here, those on the board, our president, all those who are working in the different departments here at TVCC. We thank you so much for all that you've given us, and forgive us for our many sins. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you. Morgan, do we have anybody signed up for public comments?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Dr. Morrison.
All right. I got some guests tonight for our president. Before I get to our guests, I want to give a shout out to Slade Murray. He's one of our radio team members. He's heading off to the college finals in June, so congratulations to him. And currently, right now, we have 5 of our esports team competing in the national tournament. 2 are going on tonight, and we have 2 tomorrow and 1 on Thursday. So good luck to our esports team. Also, I want to remind our board, our next board meeting is June 29th. We do not have a board meeting in May. And then our nurse pinning is on May 4th at 6 o'clock in Terrell. And then graduation on May 15th. We have a 9 a.m. for dual credit, 1 p.m. for health sciences, 5 p.m. for AAS, and workforce. And currently, right now, we have 1,449 graduates, and that's over from last year's 1,146. So kudos to everyone on this. It's not one person, one group, one entity. Kudos to everyone that's helped these students make it across the stage here in a few weeks. Morgan's passed out for you guys to select which graduation you'd like to attend. 9 o'clock graduation will have 430. 1 o'clock, which is health science, 210, and at 5 p.m. we 541.
Yes, you just return this to me, or if you need to take it, look at your calendar.
I want to ask a question. Are they all these graduations on this campus, or do we need to go to another campus?
It's all at Athens High School.
Okay, so we all that. Okay.
The nurse
Pinnings in Terrell.
Yeah.
I'd say this, when you go, those are really kind of special when you see those looks on kids' eyes when they walk across.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yes. Up first, we have members of our Cardette Showgirls who are the back-to-back for Palm and Jazz national champions. So yeah. Start us off.
Good afternoon. My name is Katie Thibodeau. I'm from Hedwig, Texas, the Austin area. I'm the credit captain and I'm also a 4-time national champion of the Credit Showgirls. Most importantly, I'm extremely grateful to be given the opportunity to travel. Without y'all, this is not possible. And compete representing Trinity Valley, which is mainly why we're here. Trinity Valley is home of the champions, not only just because of the athletes, but also the foundation and the community that surrounds us. I want to say thank you for the resources provided that allow us to get to participate in every single opportunity with Credit Showgirls. From the airplane ride to the glamorous uniforms, and you've seen them on the sparkles, even the light up uniform, it is all a reminder of the constant support that we receive at home. I carry that support with me every time I step on the mat, and every single one of us does as well. Knowing we are fully supported pushes us to perform with pride and purpose. That is what makes Trinity Valley so special, is because everyone in this room has a part in it. As could say it best, thank you, and I'll turn it over to Estella.
Hi, my name is Stella, and I'm a Cardette lieutenant. I'm also from Finland, so I'm one of the 2 international students we have on the team. I was also part of the Cardette Showgirl competition team, who I traveled to Florida with this past month and brought home 2 national titles. I would like to thank you for giving us the opportunity to compete and represent TVCC. Being able to travel and perform means so much to us, and we're so proud to represent this school. Because of your support, I've been blessed to be part of 4 national championship titles, 2 this year and 2 last year. As an international student, I'm especially grateful for the support and opportunities I've received here. Thank you for believing in us and investing in our success. We truly appreciate everything you do. Thank you.
If those trophies ever just want to make it to my office, that's fine.
Big. Oh, my. Take more.
All right, next up, we have members of our Trinity Valley Cheer Squad, large and small co-ed. As you remember, about 2 months ago, they brought home the NJCAA National Championship back to back. And this year, we've added 2 more trophies to our showcase. I'll turn it over to you guys. Who wants to go first?
Well, I brought Ashlyn. She was on our small co-ed team, and this is Aubriella. She was on our large co-ed team. Both of them had the opportunity to compete on that, and they were both very successful. They didn't want to speak. I didn't want to throw it on them, so I'm speaking for them. You know, the youth like to be a little bit nervous, but that's okay. But I definitely want to say thank you to all you guys. It definitely takes a village to be successful. We love the support. We felt the support all the way from Athens all the way to Daytona, and it felt good beating those dogs. But the goal is to keep the dynasty going, and with great kids like this, a great support system like this, it's super great. So thank you guys so much.
And Aubriella has the best host parents
Yes.
in the Franklin Cardinals.
Who might that be?
Is that Miss Steph? You sure you don't want to say anything, ladies?
Ready?
Where's Ron?
Arizona, we're both from Arizona.
Oh, so we don't lie.
Yeah, we're thankful for the support and everything, all the resources you guys have given us. So.
And for small co-ed, it was back to back.
Yes, sir.
And this is the only time that we have taken it both large and small at the same time.
Sir.
So history has been made, and we appreciate all the hard work, because I think people do not understand what it takes for the dance and cheer squads when you compete. In football, you have another play. Basketball, you get another shot. In cheer and dance, you have 2 minutes, 15 seconds to perform lights out. And there you go. And the work that these young ladies and young men put in to be the level they are where they're at is a testament to their character and their abilities. And we appreciate what they do for the college. Thank you.
Thank you.
Once again, if they,
We'll make sure they find you.
well, the trophies are on the same eye level. That's my report.
All right, thank you. Consider the minutes of the March 30th, 2026 board meeting. Trustees, you were sent the minutes that of the last meeting. Hopefully you reviewed them. Do we hear any comments? We hear a motion to approve. Motion's been made and seconded by Trustee Morton. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Motion carries. Next, consider the business, financial, and investment report for February 2026. Mr. Hopper.
Right, maybe more just a few items. I know we got a long agenda. The look at your financial report first. You'll notice tuition fees up almost 8% above last year at this time. Looking ahead, I think that trend's going to continue. State appropriations, you'll notice we're up to 12 billion. Our second payment was in February, the 50% payment of our 15 million. The other one will be in June. Property taxes, they're 2.3 million ahead of last year. As expected, that trend continues. And on other sources, I just want to mention, we did finally receive most of the fall fast money, 732,000. You know, it's only almost summer, so we don't know what spring is yet. So hopefully we'll know before long, but that's a pretty good number, higher than last year. So, and just wanted to point out, as I have in the past, that revenue over expense, not surprising this time of year with all your property taxes and that 50% payment coming in, your 27.9 million revenue over expense. That drops to 24.3 in March. Again, not surprising as we spend down that revenue that comes in this time of the fiscal year. And we're going to jump down to the investment report. Yeah. You'll notice, board, we are up on cap reserve, we're up to 38.6 million. As you recall, February is when we transferred our excess from last year, about 8.1 million. In March, we did put most of that into an 18-month CD. We would have gone longer, but as y'all recall, we didn't have the authority until the end of the March meeting to do 2 years. But we're probably going to extend that April CD that's coming due out further. Interest rates are still running about 3.5, 3.3 in all those. And Jennifer is giving you the next page, the cap reserve. You see where she's reconciled it there. $564,000 expenditures in the month of February. And last but not least, your over 25,000 payments. You've got quite a few in here. You've got some of the cap projects that you see, softball field and so forth. And this was all part of your packet, and I'll try to answer your questions or get your answers.
Board, does anybody have any questions for Mr. Hopkins? Do I hear a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion to approve the finance.
Second, by Dr. Eason. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Thank you. Next order of business number 6, consider and discuss proposal of Cardinal facilities.
Okay, board, I'm going to present to you 6, 7, 8 all together. We will have to vote on 7 and 8 separately. I provided you a proposal to change the landscape of Trinity Valley Community College in some of its athletic programs. I propose to you today to enter into an engineering partnership to build a turf practice facility with lights for our football team. And we're asking to be approved for initial engagement with Field Turf USA to start the pre-construction design for that. This is much needed, as we appreciate all of the support that we've received from Athens ISD, but because of their 4-day schedule and amount of sports program and the successful programs that Athens ISD has, it becomes very difficult to schedule time and share practice time. This does not impact our game days. This is strictly practice time. By having our own turf practice facility, we'll be able to practice uninterrupted when the weather, so we won't be off for days at a time when it rains. And we'll also provide a place for our cheer squad to prepare for game day activities, our cadets prepare for their game day activities, and if it does rain, soccer will have an extra place to practice, as along with our band. Right now, we do a lot of damage to that natural grass when all those teams get on it in a single day, especially after weather. So this will greatly enhance our recruiting capabilities. As you remember last year, I shared the story with many of y'all that we have players that come to Trinity Valley that have never hiked the ball on grass. They played on artificial surface their whole life. So we want to be able to give them a wonderful practice facility with lights so we can continue our championship ways for that program and help support the other program. The next proposal I have for you, project number 2, is if you've been on campus, you've seen that we have removed the awning behind the gym. I'm proposing to you that we construct a 11,500 square foot training facility called the Home of Champions Training Facility to help support our national championship cheer squad and also serve as an overflow auxiliary gym for other sports. Currently, all of our support programs try to compete for about 4.5, 5 hours a day in one gym. That creates a lot of frustration, a lot of stepping on top of each other, and then when you have a game, you're out of the gym. And we have very successful gym rat coaches who like to practice a lot and are committed to bringing home championships. We would like to provide a facility that mirrors what they do in the representation of the college. The ceilings will be high enough for our cheer squad to practice. Currently, we have to go off campus to find a church. And this year we had some difficulty over insurance and being able to practice at a church. And so this would give us our own facility for them to practice with high enough ceilings. What I'm asking for approval on 8 is the board to give permission to enter into a partnership with French's Engineering to start the engineering design phase and also the pre-bid work to go out for bids. Both projects, the board will have to vote to finalize the bids on both projects. So do not think you're approving the complete project at this time. You're approving us to start the relationship and get us to the point where you can approve, if desired, both projects to support our programs. Any questions?
I'll make a motion that we do that.
Have motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, Dr. Morrison, we'll consider and discuss Cardinal Gym floor project.
All right, board, I apologize for having to come back to you. You know, last board meeting, you approved for us to enter into a relationship to redo our gym floor. Well, as we started the process, we discovered ugliness. That gym floor is 59 years old. As we started this process tearing into the floor, we have discovered it's hot, and that has to be abated. But what I'm asking the board tonight, we have 2 options on the table. But because we are time sensitive, I'm asking the board to approve the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is we get into the floor and we realize there's moisture damage in the subfloor. If there's moisture damage in the subfloor, that floor has to come out, and the floor was never poured level, so we have to install a Flex Pro gym system to create leveling of the floor. Another thing that was discovered in this floor is there is no pad in the floor. It goes from maple, subfloor, concrete. Normally you have a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch pad in the floor. Maybe it was a product of the times when it was constructed in 1967.
People were tougher then.
Well, I think we have some players that might beg to differ with that. But right now, we are dealing with some unknown until we completely tear into the floor. We have started some abatement process of where they cut into the floor to abate. It could be that we get into it, we can encapsulate it, put a padding over the floor, then put the wood down. But we will not know until we get all the first layer of flooring off to see if there's been any moisture damage. And if you remember during last season, we had quite a bit of conversation about potential moisture. So what I'm asking for the board to do is approve the worst case scenario. That is not the option that we're immediately jumping to. We are seeing where, as we go through this process, what fits the best need for that gym. So I seek board approval.
That cost is $433,632.
Yes.
And the cost of just the remediation and to encapsulate is $289,125.
And then, well, then you have 2 bids. You have a 289. That's the best case scenario. The worst case scenario will be 339 plus a 93,760 abatement. Currently, we spend about $15,000 on the initial abatement.
Where they cut the floor.
Yes.
So you want us to approve the maximum?
Yes.
Probably would be.
Yes.
But with the understanding he'll go with the lowest.
Well, we're going to go with the best option of
Yeah. Right.
what we discover in that floor, because with a lot of things at the Valley, once we started tearing into it to fix it for the first time in decades, we find something new.
Can we get it repaired?
This is why we're asking for the maximum now is because we're time sensitive. The coaches are already jumping at the bit about me being on the court, and we haven't even tore it off completely.
Well, we're not gonna meet him.
We're not gonna meet in May, so,
And they get here the 1st of July.
yes.
I mean, the volleyball and both basketball teams and the cheer gets here sometime in August, I guess.
Yep.
Marcus, think we can meet those
We-
deadlines?
Tony's here. He's been a part of the conversation. We're still on time. Do you want to add?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're still shooting that same timeline. We're just wanting, that way we don't have to try to worry about coming back to scheduling. If we had to have an emergency, we know what the worst case scenario is going to be because we have pressed upon them. We need what the worst possible thing could happen to us. You know, call it the Valley Way sometimes. What could it be? And so we can prepare for it.
Your goal is to make it level.
Well, our goal is to address everything wrong with the court.
I make a motion that the board approve the elite gym floor to install a retroflex system that will account for the uneven concrete, total cost being a maximum of $433,600.
I'll second that.
Second by trustee Wiltro. And any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign, motion carries.
And
Can I
there's
ask a
not
question?
covering anything else on that floor.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Morrison, you had mentioned that we were going to have to vote separately between 6, 7, and 8. And I think we just voted.
Did we? I thought we did vote separately. Did we not vote
I
separately?
thought we did.
We did.
We did vote separately?
Yeah, we haven't really voted on 6 and 7.
Okay. Oh,
I didn't mark
we need to
it
go
up.
back and vote on that. Okay.
All right, going back to the football turf project. Thank you, trustee Perry.
Yes.
The proposal for the football field turf project with lights. Do I hear a motion to approve that, which the total cost is
It's the
the pre-deal,
pre-deal, 35,000.
35,000.
So that was a separate.
Yes.
Yeah, this is on the turf. To get the.
I make a motion to approve the beginning of the field coach project.
Monday.
And you will come back to
Seconded.
it.
All in
Yes, we'll
favor,
bring the
say aye.
contract back.
All right.
And then the other project, which would be considered and discuss the Home of the Champions Training Center project.
That's 335,984 for the engineering services.
Can we vote on that?
We need to vote on that.
This is the Champions Training Center project.
Which one did I vote on?
You voted on the proposal.
Okay. Thank you.
So
I'll make a motion.
trustee Morton made a motion, seconded by Dr. Curran.
There we go.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion carries. We're caught up now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, trustee Perry. Well, let's go with the, discuss the proposal of basketball scoreboard.
Okay, board, I bring to you a proposal. As we redo our gym and our scoreboards are probably close to 20 years, some of them are close to 20 years of age. We want to install new LED scoreboards. I've already secured a donor to cover the complete cost and installation of the large scoreboard, which is 8 by 16 feet. What I'm asking the board, so we can go ahead and get this ordered and move down that direction, getting installed, is to give me permission to spend out a contingency for the remaining 35,000. I have already, we're looking to put 3 sponsors on the smaller one. I've actually already secured 1 sponsor for the smaller one, but I'm asking the board to go ahead and approve at this time for me to spend out contingency, the 35,000, to get this scoreboard purchase as we seek donors for that board to cover the costs.
What will be the amount for the smaller boards?
The smaller board is around 14,000 because it helps cover the installation costs as well.
So you can get your name on something like that?
It's divided up into
So
3
it's-
across the bottom.
But it's 3 of them at 14.
Yes.
Is it an upfront, you have to pay it all, or can you, because I know of somebody that might do it, and I'm just wondering what your program.
Everything's negotiable.
Okay. I like that either.
Everything's, in the world of donations, everything's negotiable. But we did receive the whole upfront on the large.
And how many sponsors do you have on it?
We just won. They wanted the whole thing.
Okay. Good job.
You make the request, you get the,
That's awesome. The rest of it should be pretty easy.
that's what I'm thinking. Eddie, get to work. Is Eddie still here?
Motion that we, spend the 35,000 out of the contingency fund.
Okay.
For the new basketball scoreboard until final dollar is secured.
I'll second it.
Well, the motion made and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Thank you. All right, item number 11.
Just a little bit of discussion on that. Now, on the scoreboard, is that like forever, or do you have some kind of package? For
Oh,
possibly-
the small scoreboard is a 5-year
Okay,
sponsorship.
okay, thank
Yes, ma'am. I can get you information afterwards. And they're full LED, so it's like a video screen. So we're gonna be first class. Our number 5 and 2 number 4 teams in the country are gonna really feel the environment they're in. These. Thank you, board, for that.
Okay. Item number 11, consider and discuss policy update 50. Dr. Morrison.
Okay, I have Dr. Dots here to give us a brief explanation of policy update number 50.
So yeah, you have policy update 50 in front of you. There's quite a few policies involved in that. Some of that is left over from the regulated session, or I'm sorry, legislative session. We sent it out to all the employees, all the VPs. We sent it out to their groups to have them approve or make changes. So if there's any questions, I'm happy to answer those. But we just have to approve them.
My only question, you made me work. This was a lot to read.
It is a lot to read, yes, ma'am.
Ask me what I remember. Why is it called manual update 50? Is there 50 of those? I mean, I didn't count. Is it just, that's just,
So every year we get about 2 updates a year. And then they just number them as they go along. So yeah, they're just up to 50. So that's just their numbering system.
That means next year you'll probably have 51 and 52.
Are there any significant changes?
I mean, there are some significant changes because of some of the law changes that happened in this last legislation, and some of the lingering stuff that happened over the special sessions also that occurred over the summer. I wouldn't say there's anything that we weren't aware of that came through to answer your question on that. So, the SB 37, the 15, all that, that's all now been updated and is in there, and it's all stuff that we were already prepared for.
and do you have a team that helps you with this?
Yes, ma'am. My director, she helps get everything, and then the VPs, of course, they do their job on getting it out to their people and getting it back to us.
So it is reviewed before.
100%.
Okay, okay. And something else I wanted to ask, President Grant, if I could have the floor for just a moment. I have trouble with acronyms, and of course, I know the definition of legal and local, but would you explain what are we talking about? I mean, I read it and I think, okay, so this pertains to us. Look, help me out.
No problem. So legal is the actual law. So that says this is what state of Texas says we have to do. So that kind of gives us our box. The local policy is what we can do within that box. So we can make it very specific to us, what our process is.
Okay.
But it just can't go outside of those parameters. So we can make it we can make it to where we can be a little more strict if we want to. We just can't, go outside the boundaries that they set. If that makes sense.
Sure, very well, thank you.
And sometimes the local policies, you'll have an option, do this or do that within the local policies. And you really only have to approve the local policies. The legal policies are approved by the state legislature.
Right.
That's
So
what
that's
I
a done
figured.
deal.
Any other questions?
Motion we adopt the update.
We had a motion to adopt the update. Second by Dr. Easton. All in favor, say aye. Opposed, like sign. Okay. And the next item, which is kind of a happy deal, Bachelor of Applied Arts and Sciences and General Business degree, Dr. Morris.
All right, this is an exciting day for us at Trinity Valley as we're getting ready to launch or start the process to launch our 3rd bachelor's degree BAS in general business. And I'm going to let the stars of the show that have been working so hard on this, Robert Britton and his people, come up and talk. I didn't know if Amy's going to talk as well. And
I'm gonna do it.
okay, Robert's going to do
I'm gonna
it.
do it for her.
Robert's been working extremely hard on this because he's been given quite a few directions of what we want this business degree to have. And one of those is to be AI enhanced.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to turn it over to you.
My name is Robert Britton. I'm the division chair in business and technologies. So the Bachelor's of Applied Arts and Science, this particular degree is designed really to be a completer degree for the students with the Associates of Applied Science degrees. Generally, once they complete that, they go to work. Well, what if they want to go and get a bachelor's degree? Well, if they're going to go into the BS or the BA, guess what? They got to start off. That's the whole purpose of the BAAS, is that we can take some of their technical credits and apply it to a bachelor's degree. That's what this one is. So the purpose of the BAAS, as I explained, is they're going to take their associates, the applied science degree, some of those technical credits, apply it to their degree. And so that way they're not losing any type of credit. So they're going to be able to complete their degree on time. This program also provides flexibility. I'm on slide 2.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Flexibility, which again converts the non-transferables into credit. And then it focuses on hands-on technical skills, which is their AAS, but then we're also going to provide upper-level management and business theory, particularly in leadership. And then the goal, again, is to provide pathways to advancement for those that are already in the workforce. Now, I will say this as a caveat. Students with an Associates of Arts, if they want to apply through this, they're more than welcome to, because we're going to accept those credits. They'll fit in just smoothly and transition absolutely perfect. So the power of stackable credentials. So we are all about pathways. So you'll notice in level 1, this again comes from the view of the Associates of Applied Science. So a student who completes an occupational skills award, which is a micro credential, which is 6 to 9 or 12 hours, that actually can build into a certificate. Then the certificate builds into the associate's degree. And then the associate's degree builds into the bachelor's degree. So as you can see in the chart, there is a pathway for students in the AAAS. All right. So now here's the alignment with the regional labor markets. Now, one of the things I've done as division chair is to align my programs with the labor market. And this is one of the things Dr. Morrison was telling me about, one of my many different tasks he's given me. And this is one of those. So when I look at the labor market, especially in the Texas workforce and the Texas coordinating board, we're on the right track. So you'll notice especially when you're looking at career clusters, especially when we did the comprehensive local needs for the Carl Perkins grant, when I've looked at the career clusters, you'll notice the jobs in that says managers, supervisors. When you go to the Texas Workforce Solutions, look at their targeted occupations, guess what? Managers, supervisors, they're in that list. And when you go also looking at the occupational handbook from the Department of Labor Statistics, it's showing that management, supervisors, that's going to be in the growing area, especially in the state of Texas, since we are an economic powerhouse and Wall Street is moving technically from New York to Texas. So this next chart, I kind of give you a snippet of the data that I've looked at. These are the different types of managers. Now, the BAAS is not necessarily focusing on one type of manager. It is generally focused on a broad. So when a student comes in here, they're going to get the broad aspect of being a manager or a leader. But as you can see, there's different types of management. And you'll also notice in the percent change, look at that from 2022 to 2032, I think, is you see double digits. So we're definitely in the right area. Now, a few weeks ago, our marketing department sent out on Facebook a jot form for the community to respond to a question about this program. We've had 100 respondents to that, which is very good. 52% of those respondents said
if we offered this program, that they would likely to attend and go through this program. So, and I will also add this, the Texas Coordinating for High Demand Occupations. This is another part of this data that I've been looking at. Management general operators are also in East Texas and the Metroplex, which is generally our area. They are also in the high demands. So again, the data points are showing this is where this program needs to go. We're on the right track where we need to go. Last. So one of the questions that one of our business advisors asked me is, what is the value to the candidate? What does the students get out of this? Well, increased earning potential. Statistics does show that every educational level they go, they get more money. And so that's a benefit. That is a credential for this. Promotion ready. So I'm going to use me, for example. When I first started here, I had my associate's, my certificate. Then I went into an associate's degree. Then I went into my bachelor's degree. While working here, I kept getting my education. And guess what? I got promoted. I became a faculty member. Then I became a division chair. So versatility. Now, general business, as we're going to be focusing in this particular program, is flexible across multiple industries. So it's not just like principles of accounting. You're going to have it in healthcare. You're going to have it in banking. You're going to have it everywhere. Those principles are still the same. So that's where that's going to be coming in. And then last but not least, professional credibility. Validates years of technical experience. So it's going to take that technical experience and with the credentials recognized by different agencies, and especially with their with these leadership skills, soft skills. All right. Tailored for the working professional. So as I mentioned at the beginning of my presentation, I said that there would be a minimize of loss of credit. No credit is going to be wasted. All 60 hours will plug into this degree. So no student will lose any credit. Practical applications. The curriculum we're going to be designing is going to be focused on real world business challenges. Now, I will also say this particular program I'm excited about because it is going to be an OER, open educational resource, meaning it's either going to be free or it's going to be a very low cost to the student. I'm aiming at free because it's my favorite cost through it all. I think everybody here would agree, free is a good price. And the support system, now we're going to have faculty who have a variety of different experience, and they're going to be able to provide real world experience, knowledge, and background to support these students throughout their program. And then the last slide, this is just for the degrees and certificates awarded in just business. Now, think about it. We have a welding program. We have all of our workforce programs that have an Associates in Applied Science. Guess what? That is potential for students in the BWS to come through. I'm just using numbers from the business program, but if you sit and think about all these other students and all these other programs, think of the potential of them going through our program. So.
Will you be using companies or individuals in our district to help apply this, to work with the school?
I want them to. That is one of the things, once we start getting this, once this board approves, I'm going to start reaching out to them. I want our community leaders to be a part of this. I want them at the table. I want them to be a part of it. I want them to be able to help us with the curriculum. I want them to be with us hand in hand all the way through.
I want to say something to the board. I asked Dr. Morrison the other day, what percentage of our enrollment is from our district, thinking that's where we kind of, we're here to be protective of our district and protect and want it to grow. It's 80%.
Most of our students that are not from here are our athletes. The rest of our students are from this area.
So this program will directly go to enhancing salaries for people in our trade area.
Would you say that's not right, Tammy, as far as percentage? If you calculate the number of student athletes that we have and so forth. And when Robert was talking about open OER, one of the things that drives up the cost of education is textbooks and textbook resources. Their commitment to go in OER, it basically eliminates any type of cost. So these students are going to be able to complete a 4-year degree at what we currently charge for a 2-year tuition. So anywhere around $49 a credit hour plus standard fees. You're not going to find a bachelor's degree anywhere at that cost.
That's the best bargain.
Is it a 2-year program?
Well, it's 2 years on top of the 2-year degree.
Right, okay,
We're building on what they've already done.
right, exactly.
And as we evolve, there'll be some other pathways that will be added through the future as we get this effect.
Surrounding colleges like Corsicana, Vera, or any of them. Is anybody else doing the same program?
So I did look into that.
Okay.
Right now, TVCC will be the only one who offers ABAAS in general business. University-wise, the only ones I found was Sam Houston State University. So we are definitely in a market.
Middle level management, there's an enormous need. I mean,
That's what this program's aimed at.
especially in growing businesses. And I think as our region begins to grow and we feel the effects of Dallas moving toward us and Tyler moving toward us, you're going to see a lot more middle management needs. And this is it. This is the project. And it's going to make the businesses much more successful because they're more knowledgeable.
How fast will you get this program started? If we vote on this tonight, is this something we can look forward to in the fall or?
Fall 27, that is my start date.
We have, after we go through this, we go to the state approval, then we go to our accreditation body approval, then we go to DOE approval. And since we're no longer on provisional status with DOE, we should be in good stage.
How large do you think the original cohort will be there? How large do you think the original cohort is going to be? Your numbers starting at.
I'm hoping small at first.
Don't listen to Robert. No.
Yeah, don't listen to me. 30 now. Boss lady says 30, it's gonna be 30.
And how are you marketing it?
We can't market yet until we get through some hurdles of approval.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And once we get through one level of approval, we can market it as pending accreditation approval. So you got to be, as we go through this process, we'll start escalating the marketing of it. When we started the bachelor's in elementary education, we really were slowed down a little bit through some of the processes, and we still end up with, I think, was it 36, 38 in that first cohort? Some still had to complete some, huh?
We had 35.
35.
Truly entered into it, and we're ending the year with 34 of those, and the other one's coming back, so.
And there were some students that had to complete some prerequisites to get into officially.
She's already got 30 for the fall. She's got an additional 5 for the spring, already lined up for the next year.
So that program has been very successful.
Very successful.
Okay.
Dr. Watson, and once we receive board approval, we've set our timeline, we've backed our timeline up substantially so that we can submit to the higher education board in June. And if things go the way we anticipate, then SACS will submit to SACS in October. All things go well, then beginning in January, we'll be able to market everything full force.
Right.
But we can let advising know that this is on the horizon, and advising can begin letting our students know that this is a upcoming program.
So we just need board approval.
This program, I'd like to make a motion that we do this.
Motion been made, seconded by Rondé. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed like sign, motion carries.
This is pretty exciting. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Robert.
Maybe stuff.
Good work. Good work.
Yeah.
We're producing things. We're producing things. That's great. Consider and discuss print shop computers purchase.
Okay, unfortunately, our computers in our print shop have gone down, and we're at the peak time of the year for producing publication materials, graduation programs, et cetera, And we're asking the board to approve $20,000 out of our contingency to get a print shop back up and running.
I would like to move that we do that right away.
Motion made, seconded by Dr. Curran. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Hold like sign, motion carries.
Joanna, thanks.
Item number 14 is going to be tabled tonight, but we'll probably be back on the agenda at a next meeting. Okay, at this time, we're going to convene the next executive session pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551 .074 for the following purpose: deliberate appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment duties, discipline, or dismissal of public officer or employee, or to hear a complaint or a charge against public officer or employee, including in no way limited to the following: new Vice President of Administrative Services, CFO.
Need a motion.
Do we hear a motion to?
I'll make the motion.
I'll say.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
All right, let us get set up real quick
All right.
and get y'all into the
I
break.
didn't say hello to you.
Okay.
Dr. Moore. How you doing? I didn't.
Brian, are you back in?
I am. I don't know if you are.
I am.
Then
And you're unmuted. Perfect. Okay. Please go.
Okay, we need a motion to, exit the, special executive session and enter into the, regular meeting session.
Second.
Made motion, Ginger made motion, and second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign, motion carries. Just want to say this item, picking the, CFO of Trinity Valley Community College it's been a pleasure that we've had such good applicants that we've had a privilege to interview. And I mean this sincerely. They're very qualified. They both care dearly about community college. And I just want to say thank you both for throwing your hat in the ring and showing your support for the college. At this time, I'd like to see if we have a motion on item number.
Mr. President, I'd like to make that motion. I would move that we select Stephanie Golem, CPA, as new Vice President of Administrative Services and CFO.
Do we hear a second?
Second.
Second by Dr. Terry Easton. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion carries. Next order of business. Item number 18, consider and discuss personnel updates. Or you have in front of you the personnel updates. Have you had a chance to review those? Do I hear any discussion or a motion to approve?
You want discussion first?
If you got any discussion, and then we can vote on first discussing.
I just have a question. If Stacy Alessio is the same person as Natalie, it's two different people. Okay, thank you.
Any other discussion?
We approve the personnel matters.
Seconded by Dr. Eason.
Yeah.
All in favor, say aye. All opposed, like sign. We're at item number 19. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I make that motion.
Trustee May.
I'll second.
Seconded by Trustee Gilchrist.
Everyone a second.
Everybody second.
Everybody.
We are adjourned. Thank you all.